Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my Infinite Trade. So this is the part 3 video that I'm recording for the volume-based price action strategy. And this is going to be a very small video and just a couple of more information which I wanted to tell you all. I forgot it on the part 2 video. So I always tell my followers and a lot of my friends that when market has already fallen down, do not think about put. Like when it is at support and if it is breaking the support, do not think about put. And when it is breaking the resistance or it is at the resistance, do not think about call. Okay, so market may break the resistance and go up, or market may break the support and go down, but we will only take entries when it is actually giving us an entry based on the volume based analysis. Okay, so that is an important point which I want to let you all know. And so let's quickly check out what are we going to do in the part 3 video. So in the part 3 video, nothing different, everything is remaining the same. The only addition to what we can do here is people who are new, for them this is very important, but people who are already into trading can definitely follow what I mentioned in part 1 and part 2. That works brilliantly and I follow that thoroughly. So part 3, basically we are adding another indicator, but it's not an indicator by itself. It is pivot points basically. So pivot point is not considered to be an indicator. It is just about some levels based on the OHLC values. So the open, high, low, close. So based on those values, we get a consolidation point, which we call it as pivot point, and we get S1, S2, S3, S4, which is supports, and we get R1, R2, R3, R4, the resistances. So we are going to use that and see how we could, instead of marking a demand zone, how it acts when it comes to a S1 or S2, or when it reaches an R1 or R2 is something which we are going to check it out. So let's check that. So this is a chart and I have just applied the basic pivot point here, and what we are going to see here is instead of marking that support, we are just going to see what happens when the market comes to that particular support. Okay, so the pivot point color is blue. In this case, okay, so this is our blue. Let's change the color. Looks a little confusing. Let's change it to pink. Cool. Okay, so this particular point, this pink, this is the pivot. Okay, so pivot is considered to be the consolidation point, and the actual trend is confirmed at the pivot. So above the pivot, we usually say that the market is bullish, and below the pivot, we say that the market is bearish. So in this case, what happened is, obviously market opened with a slight gap down. It immediately filled the gap, broke the day low, and it started coming upside. So how do we trade this? So this is my pivot point. I know that around 37,800 we have a pivot point. So let's see how the market reacts. So just check how the market reclaimed this pivot. Okay, we have two consecutive green candles with rising volume bars. So this gives us a confidence that yes, we have a pivot point here, and the bulls are reclaiming the pivot level by showing some rising volume in the buying candles. So what I've told you is we'll wait for at least 30 minutes after the formation of these two candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is 30 minutes, and people who wish to enter here can definitely enter. Just check how small the stop loss is. So you can just manage a stop loss somewhere below pivot. Maybe you can think about this green candle's low. So this should be somewhere around what is the level. So since this is the live chart, we can definitely see the levels. Okay, so the green candle low is somewhere around 37,780. Okay, and the red candle came to 37,810. So 30 points in Bank Nifty future. Okay, so this can translate to about 10 to 15 points SL in your options. Okay, so in the options, obviously you will put the same pivot point and you will see it acting something like this, either on the pivot point or maybe on an S1 or maybe on an R1. So you get an entry here and then a solid momentum. Okay, so from almost 37,800 it went to 38,100. Okay, so how many points move this is? 300 points. So this 300 points translates to 150 points in an ATM option. Okay, so this is how you trade. The second time it gave an entry again. Okay, this time the stop loss was a little big, but definitely inside our range of 25 points. So this time it made a low of 37,850. Our entry is somewhere around 37 780 790. Okay, a 50 point SL, which translates to 25 points in options. And this time Bank Nifty convincingly went high and it also broke the R1. Okay, so what happened next is, see, the same day it gave a closing below R1 with two consecutive red candles and rising volume bars. Okay, next day market opened gap down, immediately hit the same R1. So this was our R1. Immediately it hit that same place and market started falling. So this is how easy and important it is to trade the rising volume bars. So apart from drawing your own support and resistance, okay, people may have confusions like, after practice you get to become a pro, like where exactly should I put my support and where exactly should I put my SL, so which is discussed in the part 1 video. So people who find that difficult, they can alternatively use pivot points and trade based on pivot points. Okay, so all that you have to do is use pivot points in both Bank Nifty futures and the options that you're about to trade, and you will get a seamless entry without any confusions. Okay, and if you know some basics, like I mentioned earlier, at resistance will not think about call, like in this case. Okay, so this is R1, so market is already coming from a very low level and it is breaking the R1. Okay, so also you will see rising volume bars here. So these two candles gave rising volume bars, but I'm not interested to trade at this place because it is breaking R1 and I definitely don't opt for call buying at resistance. So even if it is giving me a favorable entry, I would not trade this. Okay, so I'm mostly interested at pivot point or S1 S2 S3. And if it is showing a reversal at R1, like in this case, definitely I'll vouch for put buying the same day or maybe the next day. So this is how you need to trade. I think you all will find this easier. So part 3 videos can be a boom for people who do not wish to draw their own support resistance because they feel that they are still not that confident. They can always vouch on pivot points and you can trade like this. I hope so we are completing this particular strategy as a part 3 video. So these are the 3 videos that you need to watch. A small practice, not even it would take a week or 10 days or so. You will be absolutely comfortable with this strategy. And all that I want you to do is follow one particular strategy throughout and become a pro. So I use this strategy. It's been a long time now, and hence I'm confident in trading this, and this confidence has translated into making a video for the public. And I'm sure you will not find this video anywhere in the YouTube apart from my channel, because this is something which came from practice and came from watching that whenever there is rising volume, there is something definitely happening around. And that's how we started trading it, and it's definitely a successful trade. So we finished this series here. I'll definitely come out with more interesting videos in the upcoming days. And thank you for some subscribers like Nishant Tiwari. I would definitely want to mention. He was the guy who always pushed me to make the part 2 and part 3 video as early as possible. And finally, Nishant, this is definitely dedicated to you and to all the traders who can definitely trade well. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care and happy trading. Enjoy this strategy, and I'm sure this will bring a huge difference in your trading style and career. Take care. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.